A very good morning, everyone. Welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I am Sakshi, and we are going to discuss daily current affairs as on 25th August 2020. So, let me tell you something about SSB Crack Exams. If you're a defense aspirant, SSB Crack is best for you. It is one-stop solution for all the major defense-related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army. For more details, you can visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you will find the entire packages of these courses, including the mock test, quizzes, test series. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms. And also, you can download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So let's start our session with the first question of the day. What is One Sun, One World and One Grid project? See, in the Prime Minister's address on the Independence Day celebration, he talked about this particular project, One Sun, One World, one grid project. So this is basically a transnational electricity grid supplying solar power project. See, transnational means there will be involvement of various other nations as well. It is an electricity grid supplying of solar power project. Okay, so India has initiated this particular project and it wants interconnected power transmission grid across various nations for the supply of clean energy. So it will be linking over 140 countries through a common grid, and that will be used for the transfer of solar power. See, the vision behind this particular One Sun, One World, One Grid project is the sun never sets. The sun is always constant at some geographical location globally, and it never sets. So by this particular project, they will be setting up grid and solar power plants, and energy will be taken from all across 140 countries. So recently, the Ministry of New Renewable Energy, it came out with a request of proposal to hire consultants for converting this particular idea into the policy now. So it will be happening in 3 phases. In the first phase, India will be focusing on the neighborhood first policy. Also, it is going to involve undersea links that will connect the Oman in the west. In the second phase, India will be dealing with the Middle East, South Asia, Southeast Asia that are interconnected with African power poles. And in the third phase, it will include the global interconnections and stakeholders. So let's start our session with the first article that we have today. It is a very, very important update. National Council of Transgender Persons. So it is finally established. So the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, it has constituted National Council for Transgender Persons. So it is established under obviously Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act 2019, which was passed in the Parliament in the year 2019. Now, under this particular act, it had provision of the setting up of National Council for Transgender Persons. So now it has been set up by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. You need to remember this particular ministry and this particular act. So under this Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment, the minister will be ex officio chairperson of this particular council, and Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment, he will be the ex officio vice chairperson. The chairperson will be ex officio, the minister will be ex officio chairperson, and state minister will be the ex officio vice chairperson. So let me tell you about the functions of this particular council. First, it will be dealing with the giving advices to the central government on the formulation of policies, program, legislations and projects with respect to the transgender person. Monitoring, evaluating the impact of these policies and programs for the cause of the transgender persons. Also, it is going to review and coordinate the activities of all the departments of the government and other governmental or non-governmental organization which will be dealing with the transnational projects, and also the redressal of the grievance of the transgender person will be coming under the functions of National Council of Transgender Persons. So it is important to know the composition of the council as well. The questions are always there in your defense examination relating to the various composition of various councils, since it is very new council. So the composition will be, I told you about the chairperson. The ex officio chairperson is the Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment. The vice chairperson is the State Minister for Social Justice and Empowerment. The other members of the council, they'll include the representatives from various ministries and departments. There will be 5 representatives from the transgender community, okay? And there will be various representatives from the NHRC, NCW, National Commission of Women's, and state governments, union territories, and experts representing the NGOs. See, the complete and the detailed composition I'll be providing in the PDF. I'll be providing in the study materials. So you can download that study material from our website, or you can download a mobile app. There you'll get this complete composition of the National Council of Transgenders person in the PDF format. Okay. Now let's move ahead with the next important update. BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards, okay, it came up with a draft for the standards for drinking water supply. See, Bureau of Indian Standard, it has prepared a draft to supply system of piped drinking water supply. See, it is very important since we are living in a world which has serious problem of pollution. So now the Bureau of Indian Standards, it has prepared the draft, and the draft has standards for supply of the system of the piped drinking water. So the draft, it has been titled, the title of the draft is Drinking Water Supply Quality Management System, Requirement for Piped Drinking Water Supply Service. So it has been prepared by BIS Public Drinking Water Supply Service Sectional Committee. It outlines the process of water supply from raw water sources to household tap. It has given outlines and procedures of the process of the water from the raw water sources like rivers, canals, etc. to your home. So this particular standards, these standards, they will be making piped water supply more uniform, especially in the rural and the underdeveloped areas. Draft, it also highlights establishment, operation, maintenance and improvement of their piped drinking water supply services. So this is going to be a complete and holistic approach and standards for drinking water supply. It has also set the Indian standards IS 10500 for the treated water for drinking. So it will be giving the Indian standards for this, and there will be concept of district metering areas, and it should be adopted wherever it is possible. So the next important update is the India's longest roadway over a river. So the longest river roadway of India, it has been inaugurated in Guwahati, Assam. The roadway is of like 1.8 kilometer long. It connects Guwahati and North Guwahati over the river Brahmaputra. So it is a roadway over a river, and the river is Brahmaputra, right? It will be operated from Kachari Ghat in Guwahati and Dol Govinda Temple in North Guwahati. So it is the longest, India's longest roadway over a river so far, and it is in the Guwahati, Assam, and you need to remember the river Brahmaputra river. Now the next important update is India, Nepal, both the countries, they are about to explore new petroleum pipeline. So recently a meeting was held, joint working group meeting was held between India and Nepal. Under that, the two sides, they have discussed the future areas of cooperation in the areas of petroleum energy sector, and also they have discussed the opportunities and possibilities of new pipelines for the supply of petroleum products to the Himalayan nation Nepal. So let's take a quick view at the history. So India and Nepal already have Motihari Amlek Kunj petroleum product pipeline. It was inaugurated by the Prime Minister of both the countries in the year 2019. The name of the pipeline is Motihari Amlek Ganj Petroleum Products Pipeline. This pipeline was first of its kind in the South Asian region, which has been supplying most of the fuel requirements to Nepal and to Amlekganj depot of NOC. So this proved to be a very important pipeline and major source of petroleum products in Nepal. So that is why this new initiative is considered between India and Nepal, and they are about to explore a new petroleum pipeline between the two countries. Now guys, I'll be telling you the current COVID-19 situation as per 24th August 2020. The active cases are 22% of the total cases, which are 7,10,771. The cured, discharged, migrated cases are 75.27%. 23,38,035, and the deaths are now 1.85%, 57,542. See in this chart, you can clearly see the increasing gap between the active and the recovered cases in India. So the blue line indicates the active cases and the green line, it indicates the recovered cases, and there is a very huge gap between the two. So this is the graph from 1st July till 24th August, and you can see the improvement. Now it is time for quiz. Try to answer these questions in the comment section. First question is, National Council for Transgender Persons established under A. Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Right Act 2020, 1995, 2019 or 2018. So the correct answer for this is Transgender Person Right of Protection Act 2019. It is very recent act. You should always remember this. Next question is, who is the ex officio chairperson of National Council for Transgender Person? A. Prime Minister, B. Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment, C. Chairman of NHRC, National Human Rights Commission, or D. President. So the correct answer is Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment. We discussed about this. He is the ex officio chairperson of National Council of Transgender Person, and the State Minister for Social Justice and Empowerment, he is an ex officio vice chairperson, right? Now the next question is, which of the following is incorrect? Which of the following is incorrect about the composition of National Council for Transgender Persons? A. It has 10 representatives from transgender community. B. Minister of State of Social Justice and Empowerment will be ex officio vice chairperson. Yes, we discussed it now. C. There will be representatives from NHRC. And D. There will be representatives from NCW, National Council of Women. So the incorrect statement out of these is this one, statement A, because it has 5 representatives from transgender community. Now the next question is, the longest river roadway of India has been inaugurated at A. Manipur, Uttarakhand, Assam, Meghalaya. So the longest river roadway of India has been inaugurated at Assam, Guwahati, right? Okay, now it is time for question of the day. Try to answer this question in the comment section. The question is, what is electoral bond scheme? So we'll discuss this in the next session in the complete and in the detailed way. So I'll see you in the next session. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.